How much can you pay your kids? Well, number one, let's start with how you should pay them. Never pay your kids an allowance, ever. Ever, ever, ever. It just teaches them to have some money with some undefined tasks. Bad idea. Number two, how do you actually legally pay them through your business? If you don't have a business, how do you start one together? I've made teenage millionaires and over 10,000 adult millionaires. And then three, let's talk about investments. What can kids do at different ages to actually diversify some of their investments and start learning the compounding power of money? So to do this conversation today, I brought my 17-year-old daughter, Tristan, with me. So let's go have a conversation with her. So again, I brought my daughter, Tristan Langemeier, with us today. She's 17 years old. She'll be 18 in a few months. And we're going to start talking a little more about this, how to make your kids millionaires and the bonuses. So as you're thinking about how much money you can pay your kids, I'm going to get to some legal details, but let's go to you, Tristan, first. What are some of the fun things that you've done to not get an allowance, but actually make more money?
Instead of getting an allowance for doing household tasks like the dishes or the laundry, we turn them into a small business or as a task I earn money for. So I'm doing these and I'm receiving money for doing them, not just getting money. And another big thing that we teach is why you should never give your kids an allowance. Teach kids to earn money through tasks or small businesses rather than receiving an allowance. This fosters a perfect environment to grow a strong work ethic. Using these tasks, we teach financial responsibility, being able to understand the cost of goods, and planning for larger financial goals.
And that's college coming up soon for those of you doing that or going into your own business. So we're going to do a little bit of both. And one of the things that we just engaged in, because we're the only two employees of this entire enterprise, is the employment that she has. I'm leasing her to our old aviation company, and effective as of yesterday, she will become a pilot, and it'll be a tax write-off. So I think for a lot of you, it's not only about how much you pay your kids, it's how you pay them, whether you pay them through a company, whether you pay them into their personal bank account, which then there will be tax. So in 2024, you actually can pay your kids up to $14,600 without them having to pay tax. So I pay a very little W-2 to her for the tasks that she does. And then there's another set of tasks for like bigger goals. If she wants to get one of those little one wheel things or whatever, she's wanting to earn money on, it's like a 50-50 deal. So designing how much money they want to make is critical, and how to pay them through your company allows it to be a deduction. So it can either just be an expense like vacations are. These kids never get to go on a vacation.
Yeah, always business trips.
Always business trips, always getting receipts, and always doing this. If you want to learn more, I need you here on this channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't to date. And those of you, share it with your kids and introduce them to Tristan, and we will be doing more and more financial literacy. Those of you also, if you haven't got our game, we are doing a massive game special. So again, how do you put financial literacy in your home? You play games, plays cards, all sorts of different financial things you can do just to make it normal. From grocery shopping, GravyStack is the app. There's a link in the description below, but it is the bank app that allows you to have tasks and gigs, and then they can align how much money they want to make per week, and it goes right out of your bank account. You can ACH it. They can actually go do an iFlip account. So the last thing I do want to talk about is investing. So this is like a new area that she's just going to be starting to get into as she is 18 and, starts adulting. Right now, most of her money has gone through her W-2, her paycheck, into her Roth IRA. For the last 17 years, we've been funding that fully. She'll take that over as she's 18. And then the other thing she'll start taking over is iFlip. So iFlip is a software that actually takes you in and out of the market. Now, with a very agreed upon small, because my son got a little wild last year, he took a little too much out of his iFlip account and did some day trading and then had a margin call. So he had to go to the bank of, mom to kind of figure that out. So again, don't just give kids the money when they make financial mistakes. Like we put him on a note, he has to pay 10%. He has to pay that back because he made a little mistake trying to day trade and not paying attention. So iFlip and their Roth IRAs and GravyStack are the processes that we use until about 18, 20. And as they get more interested, you can get more interested and always renegotiate. The one big thing that she does every year is in the marketing area of putting together our calendar. So how many years have you been putting our calendar together?
Around 4 years, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just a bigger job that she gets to do. So she gets to negotiate more money than just her pay. Happily, conveniently, it comes out around Christmas. So it works for her to make Christmas money and to have more holiday money.
To go back to you, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. So stay on our channel. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL. Love to see you at any of our events. Like click around our site, stay on this channel, and bring your kids, bring your neighbors, bring everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow.